As President Bola Ahmed Tinubu dey talk for special joint session of National Assembly to mark Democracy Day, he assure everybody say im government go continue to protect Naija democracy and also honour pipo wey sacrifice their life for di country to get freedom. One of the most touching moments na when Tinubu announce national honours to celebrate pipo wey fight for democracy. Alhaja Kudirat Abiola, wife of late Chief MKO Abiola, wey dem kill during the struggle against military rule, receive posthumous CFR award. Other people wey dem honour after dem don die include Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, GCFR, Professor Humphrey Nwosu, CON, Rear Admiral Ndubisi Kanu, CON, and Ken Saro-Wiwa, CON, with the rest of the Ogoni 9. Tinubu also give presidential pardon to the Ogoni activists, saying a long overdue step to help Naija heal. Some people wey still dey alive and don fight for justice and better government wey also receive award na Professor Wole Soyinka, GCON, Bishop Matthew Kuka, CON, and human rights lawyer Femi Falana, SAN, CON.
I announce the conferment of posthumous honors of CFR on Kudirat Abiola. The era in 12 struggle. I also confer posthumous honor on Shehu Musa Yar'Adua, GCFR, and Professor Humphrey Nwosu, CON, Iyayi, CON, Dr. John Yimasen, OON, Alhaja Sawaba Gambo, CON, Dr. Edwin Madunagu, CON, Dr. Alex Ibu, CON, Chief Bola Ige, CFR, Ruben Fasoranti, CFR, Senator Ayafasami, CON, Senator Polycarp Nwite, CON, and Dr. Popo, CON. I also have the honor to confer on Professor Wole Soyinka, GCON.
President Tinubu still use that opportunity to beg lawmakers and Naija people to remember the true meaning of June 12, say make everybody stand for freedom, fairness, and government wey dey accountable. Senate President Godswill Akpabio also yarn during the session a look back on Naija democratic journey since dem cancel June 12, 1993 election and hail all the people wey fight and even die for democracy. Akpabio praise Tinubu for wetin im don achieve, like how forex don unify, how fuel subsidy don go, tax reform, and how dem dey create regional development commission to push growth. He call for better teamwork between the executive and legislative arm, and he talk say anybody wey dey call lawmakers rubber stamp no understand say democracy na something wey suppose show for everyday governance and how national institution dey work. Akpabio still suggest make dem build June 12 museum to remember Naija democracy struggle and honour the heroes.
We gather not to mourn injustice, but to honor resilience. We observe not the triumph of politicians, but the enduring faith of the Nigerian people in democracy. A faith that survives betrayal, braved tear gas, defied armed tanks, endured silence, and still chose the ballot over the bullets. On June 12, the torch of the long march to freedom was lit. Nigerians stood up to say, our voice matters, our vote must count. However, the light was extinguished on June 24, 1993, when a first statement declared that the will of fully expressed in the historic June 12 had been annulled. Tears, rage, and hope poured into the streets. Nigeria did not just lose an election. Nigeria lost her innocence. And across the country, the silence of shock was broken by the roar of resistance. The people rose, angry students marched, journalists spoke, mothers wailed, Workers downed their tools. Fathers stood before tanks, and young men and women whose only crime was believing in democracy laid down their lives. May their souls rest in peace. They died because they loved Nigeria. They loved Nigeria enough to fight for her soul. This was not just a rejection of, but the beginning of a national reawakening, signifying a rebirth as a reckoning.
The joint session shows say June 12 don truly become Nigeria Democracy Day to remember MKO Abiola and all the people wey fight military rule and stand for truth. Make una no forget say, as we see am, na so we dey talk am. We no dey take blame. Ohifemi Onosimoa, TMC News.